Gee, a week off makes a lot of difference, doesn't it? What'd you gain from it? What'd you gain from having time?
We had two really solid weeks of training through that period. So it started this morning, actually. It started with our sample side that sort of set the scene, and it was an encouraging day for our footy club today. Our sample team went up against Glenelg, who have been really powerful in the SANFL this year. Put a performance out there that sort of gave us confidence that we'd got the break right. We freshened up mentally and physically, kept working. And so it was really pleasing to see the squad play really well. So even, it just led into tonight. We started so well in the contest, and it's a great sign for where we're trying to go for this second half of the season.
So being GWS in the contest is a significant note for your team. So where's the gain been made? How do you change that up to be able to get to that point to stand up against?
Yeah, it has been. It's been something we haven't been able to do the last 3 or 4 times against the Giants. As you said, it's critical in winning games against them. So we knew that coming in. It's the work we've been doing, and we, although it hasn't gone our way in the first half, we've now sort of locked in on where we're heading, and sort of moved on from moments that we can't do anything about, and said let's just play each moment as it comes. And I thought the guys did that really well tonight in a game where we were challenged. They kicked several goals in a row, and then that's been an issue for us. We were able to put it to the side, be a goldfish, move on, go again. I think we knocked through 7 in a row back. So many positives out of tonight from a team point of view, and then obviously some individuals had some outstanding nights on the back of that.
So what did you do better at the end when they were challenging a bit that you haven't done in the past?
We were a little bit further ahead than where we have been throughout the start of the year. There's some stuff. There's small shifts that we make to the way we play, small shifts in structure that our guys nailed tonight. We really got it right. It's never perfect, but when it wasn't, we didn't panic. I thought it was a really mature effort to hold in the end, where they were obviously taking us on. They had nothing to lose in that last quarter, and they attacked the corridor. They had opportunities, but our guys just kept going, just kept ticking over what we needed to do. So really pleasing.
What'd you like of Riley O'Brien's response?
Well, I'm not surprised at all. He was a hungry dog tonight.
But what's he done better tonight that wasn't there, say, 3 weeks ago?
Well, he set the scene with the very first 10 seconds of the game, and then he just continued that all night. We watched the edit at half-time as a group. It inspires teammates when an individual brings that sort of effort. And as I mentioned, it's from Riley's point of view, there's not many that are more professional than him off the field. There's not many that look after their teammates more than he does off the field. What we needed was for him to bring it, and he did today. So, again, pleasing.
What changed in that second quarter, Matthew? You touched on it with the 5 goals in a row against you.
Yeah.
But are you saying it was more mindset than anything you did structurally, or?
No, not a mindset from our point of view. It's we got a couple of things wrong in those moments. We didn't execute our roles at times, and they're the mistakes that you can make. The game's not perfect, and we played against a very good side. That if you do that, they will punish you. But as I mentioned, the most pleasing part was we didn't then dwell on it. We moved on. Now we might look back and go 5 goals is a little too much. I think it was 4 in a quarter and then another one. But we found a way to bring ourselves back, not just to get ourselves back in the contest, but to actually run over the top and knock through 7 of our own. So it's an area we're working on and have been for a number of years. It's not something new, but tonight was a step in the right direction.
Probably Captain Obvious, but Taylor Walker in that second quarter, what he means for you structurally, just makes such a difference, doesn't he, to you?
Yeah, it helps when experienced players come back in and are able to help at key moments. And he is one of those players that he's played enough football now that he knows what works and what doesn't, and he's able to position others at times as well, and give a crucial contest, when we need that.
Did you see Phil Thorpe down the boat today? Or?
I did.
What did you think?
I quite like him. It was nice. It was good to see him come back. The main thing for me was he got through the game. And I thought he was a really important contributor to that performance, along with another, 17, 18, 19, 20 guys. It was, as I mentioned, we use that in a pre-game just to say, hey, this is us. That's our squad. We've trained with those guys for the last 2 weeks and gone hard at trying to attack an area for the rest of this year and finish strong. And for them to set the scene on a day like today was perfect. Riley was a big part of that, along with a lot of others. Yeah.
What did you learn about your guys at the back who at times knew where to stay rather than get sucked in by opponents who were trying to create space behind them? How much maturity is developing in the young group?
Yeah, we did notice that actually, and it's super important, especially in conditions like where you get with a night game, and slippery tonight is not to, I guess, not to be all bees to the honey pot. I thought they did that really well tonight. We got exposed with that through that period that you're talking about, and again we knew that was the case, but we moved on. We're really seeing some growth in that space. Mark Keane, Murray coming back in at the moment. He's brought a real energy and freshness to our group. Jordan Butts is rock solid week in, week out, but I think he's really embraced that sort of combination back there. Ball Ace went back and played Sandfield today, and it's a tough call. That one, we got 4 guys that are playing great footy as key defenders, but he's as important as they are in where we're heading for the rest of the year.
Isaac really set the scene for you. How much improvement is left in him as he sort of continues the journey to being an elite midfielder?
Well, I think there's still a lot more to come, and that's just around probably us understanding Isaac as well and what's best for him and how he can best help the team. I thought tonight our guys did a great job to get him where we needed him. Our captain there were none better than Jordan. He played a role tonight that was so important and helped Isaac to do what he did. And so that's part of our maturing, is that we're able to understand how important we are to each other. But Isaac was huge in that first half, especially. We knew they'd come at us in the second, but I thought his individual performance in the first half, off the back of what his teammates did, was just great.
Is relief part of the gamut of emotions at this point? Or?
To be honest, with 30 seconds to go, yeah, it was. Because, as a coach, I felt like we're right there, and we haven't been able to get it done in those moments. So there was. But then when you look back on it, you know why. You get what you deserve. And so when you're able to sit back and the emotion's not there as much, we can relax and go, hey, you played some good footy tonight, guys. And that's the emotion I'll walk away with now. Yeah.
Matthew, at the start of the season, you saw the imbalance of the buys. Now you've lived the advantage of the buy. Feedback to the AFL about how they do it next year. Have you got any thought there?
We'll probably sit down and have a talk through it. But again, we just got to do what we've got to do in that space. It is what it is. We knew the draw coming in. We had a draw where we had 14 games straight. It was nice to get our bye last week. And I think our young group needed that. It's now given us a chance to reset into the back half. I didn't really answer the question, did I?
No.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rich.